God bless, folks. I'm praying that all is well. I have a question. When Trump became president in 2016, did one Miss Clinton, did she get indicted? When he won, did we hear about indictments just coming down for Hillary Clinton? We never heard anything like that because it didn't happen. And for those of you right now who are saying, well, why was she going to get indicted for? Did we forget about the computer that was in her basement with the classified information in it? Did we forget about that? But then again, they also got Biden on that. Yet Trump is the only one to get indicted on that. Let me ask you this. When Trump finished his term, did he get up and say, I'm going to give a pardon to my family, and the pardon is from 2010 to 2020. Anything done in that period, they can't be touched? Did he do something like that? No, he did not. Yet when he comes out of office and the Democrats realize he's going to run again, he gets indicted 4 times. I think 3 of them cases were state. And the reason they took it to the state was because they know in the state level, the feds, which is the president, can't do nothing about it. Right? So that's what they did. But now, right? Biden gives a pardon to the committee in charge of the J6ers and his family. So that saves them from what? The federal, but not the state. But what a pardon does not do is protect you from an investigation and then bringing the information out and its findings, right? And Dr. Fauci falls into this category. Then, and by the way, when you've been pardoned, your right to plead the fifth on the grounds that it might like incriminate you doesn't exist, because there's nothing that they could do to you. So when they ask you, you have to answer. It's kind of like this. When you snitch on somebody and you have to fill out, you have to say everything. If they find anything, they'll take back the deal that they said, well, whatever. It's kind of like that, where it's like, yo, we're going to give you this pardon, but you have to tell us everything. It's kind of like that, right? Then what happens is this. If a state feels that they've been affected by what that person has done, the one that they did, say, the investigation on, the state could go and they could file charges. And then that pardon doesn't do anything for you. It's called checkmate. Democrats did it first. Yes, sir. When they took Trump and they indicted him in all those in said states, it wasn't only him. There was a lot of people. There was attorneys that have been attorneys for years and years and years, never did anything wrong. All of a sudden, they're indicted. For what reason? Simply for being on that man's team. That is it. That is it. Just for that. They send the message out. Yo, don't work for these folks. Yeah. That was spoken about. I mean, wide open. Mm. A lot of people got caught up in that. And now old boy is trying to give this committee here, all these people, a pardon. And there are some of those people that should be taken a look at. And you know what? If they did nothing wrong, they did nothing wrong. But to give a pardon that you're basically saying, hey, this is for just in case, it's crazy. It is crazy. Pardons normally don't work like that. But the Democrats are accustomed to just the heck with rules. I mean, the filibuster, when Harry Reid in 2013, he said that the filibuster was done with when it came to judge seats below the Supreme Court. I remember that well because I was deep into the political thing back then. So I remember when all that transpired. He came out and he was like, you know what? From now on, we're just going to need a majority. There's no need for discussions. The filibuster gone. Mitch McConnell came out on the rotunda while getting interviewed and said, Democrats forget that we will be in control. Again, Harry Reid at that moment was in control of the Senate because the Democrats had control of the Senate. And sure enough, the next election, Republicans had control. And you know what transpired behind that whole thing that Harry Reid did? When the Republicans took office, they got rid of the filibuster for the Supreme Court. And even though the Democrats, they caught a fit, but the voters, the people on the sidelines that they watched the game were like, wait a second, that's what you did. And not long ago. And the outcome was Trump, our president, got 3 seats on the Supreme Court. 3. And now they hold 6. Yeah. So they break the rules and then it comes back and it bites them. So now when they took, because all that was planned, okay? It's not like Fannie or James or Braggs, or Jack Smith. It's not like if they thought about these things on their own. That's why, old boy with the Fannie Willis thing, they questioned him why he went to, was it Savannah? There was a convention. Why did he go? Because the Trump people were there. I mean, not the Trump people. Biden folks were there and he met up with them. Right before all this came out. Right before indictments fell and all that. And now, these folks that just got pardoned, they might end up in Texas, in Florida, in Louisiana, in Mississippi, in North Carolina, South Carolina, Oklahoma. And they might fight, they might be fighting some state charges. Hey, dude, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So, when it's all said and done and those pardons, that do pardon his whole family. I mean, almost all of them. It's stuff that you can make up. And now them folks, and people say, oh well, um, he should have gave those pardons, because of the payback thing, and that's not. But hold on though, there is no charges. You're talking about you must have definitely thought he must have done something wrong, or that you must have known that they did something wrong for you to give them a pardon. And what's worse is that you know that they probably did on what you wanted to happen, your order, or shall I say, your behest. Yeah, like I said, Biden, he was the conductor of that train, of that machine. Everybody was under him. Everybody. I'm talking about the president, the judges, and I've said this over and over, the feds. I mean, he had it on lock, And just to think, one man with God also went against the whole government. The only one that you could say wasn't there, and it was because the general, the one that was just pardoned, uh, what's his name? Miley? Yeah, I think it's Miley. Yeah, a general got pardoned. Just in case. Just in case. Anyway, I'm sure that information will continue to flow. Me myself, this is what I would like to see. And I think this is fair. I would like to see Adam Schiff. I would like to see Liz, what's her last name? Liz Cheney up. I would like to see Judge Merchan up. And I would like to see either Letitia James, Jack Smith, but there has to be someone that's a prosecutor. You got one from the bench, a prosecutor, and two politicians. I would like to see them four, that they take a look into them. That's what I would like to see. Them four right there. Pelosi's already old and gone. I mean, it is what it is. Well, she ain't gone, but you know what I mean. She's on the clock. God bless her. And hey, let's continue to keep the folks out there, the ones that lost their homes in the fires of California. Understand that they're still going through stuff out there. I could imagine that's going to be a long time. But again, guys, you guys be blessed and stay safe.